This is the brief on offshore investing for South Africans. It's totally natural to feel safe keeping your investments close to home, especially since your salary, your expenses, and your house are all tied up in rands. But let's be real. Are you actually building a safety net or just swimming laps in a shrinking pool? We really need to look at why staying exclusively local might not be the safe haven it appears to be. First, we've got to talk about the familiarity trap. Investing locally feels comforting, sure, but the JSE has shrunk so much over the decades that it's now basically dominated by just a handful of mega stocks. So you have to ask yourself, are you mistaking familiarity for true diversification, or are you actually just sitting on a massive concentration risk? Second, once you realize going offshore is a necessity, you hit the next big roadblock, the rand. There's this huge temptation to play amateur currency trader, just waiting around for the absolute perfect exchange rate before moving your money. But could trying to time the rand be a dangerous game that actually costs you way more than it saves? Finally, let's look at the actual mechanics of making the move. How your money is held offshore is a huge deal. There's a massive difference between simple rand-denominated feeder funds and physically holding externalized dollars, especially when you factor in the high-stakes tax and estate duty implications. So does the actual way you invest offshore matter just as much as making the decision to go in the first place? Episode out now on Brenthurst Bulletin, available on Spotify.